Hi, this is David Sanchez from Charlotte Counseling Associates in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. And today I want to talk to you about therapy intensives and why you may want to do one. So, therapy intensives are amazing. And before I talk to you about that, real briefly, let me give you a little illustration. It's kind of like if you want to take a long trip, right? Let's say you're on the East Coast and you want to go to the West Coast. You could drive and take 3, 4, 5 days to do it and stay at hotels, and it might be a really long and slow process. It may be kind of irritating being in traffic, and you might even get into an accident. So most people would rather fly. It's a lot faster, it's efficient, it's safe, right? You can get there in maybe, 4 or 5 hours. So it's a lot easier to do it that way. And so it makes sense, right? Same thing with Netflix. If you're like me, sometimes I do a little binge watching, no judgment, right? And I may watch 2 or 3 episodes of a show, right? Some people may want to watch the whole season on a Saturday or something like that, and that's fine too once in a while, right? All in moderation, right? And in the olden days, if you're watching a show, most shows have cliffhangers at the end, right? So, it makes you want to watch the next episode. In the olden days, for those of you that can remember this, cable TV, you would have to wait a whole week or so to watch the next episode, right? And it could have been excruciating waiting, right? And you may have even forgot about what happened in the previous, session, previous show. So therapy intensives are a way to maximize your therapy. Right now, a lot of individuals go to therapy for 1 hour a week, and that's great. Depending on what you're working on and your schedule, that works out for a lot of people. I have lots of clients that do that. I have some clients that come in crisis, or they really want to work on something and they don't want it to take, multiple months or longer. They really want to get to the root of it, right? They really want to work on this. So we do offer therapy intensives, and it's something that has been around for many, many years. And research is showing it really can be more effective for some clients. Now, the way a therapy intensive works is, we can still meet individually for an hour or two, right? For 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, just to kind of get the idea of what you're struggling with and what you want to work on and what your goals are. But once we come up with that and we come up with a therapy plan, rather than doing this 1 hour at a time, which again can be frustrating, you have to take time off of work, make sure that your kids are taken care of, right? Talk to your boss. Rather than do that and fight the traffic, you can come here for one session, a longer session, and get a lot more work done in that one session. In fact, research shows that since there's not that constant stopping, you come in for a subset of hours. Even though we'll take small breaks, bathroom breaks and such, you're going to be able to get to a lot of the root of the problem quicker, right? And so some clients will come in for 2 hours, and that could be in therapy intensive, and they just do so much more work in those 2 hours, right? Some can come for a half day, 3 or 4 hours with breaks, right? And again, they get through a lot of information. It's almost like, a couple months of therapy just in one session, one longer session, right? For some people, they may want to really work on this. So they may come for a full day with a lunch break and breaks. And in some situations, some people really want to work on this, and they may do 2 or 3 days, right? And in a situation like that, if they're local, they can go home every night, and if they're not, they can stay at a hotel nearby and stay there in the evenings and work through this, right? So why is this important, and why would you maybe want to do this? Again, the research is there. As I work with my clients in intensives, we really get to the root of what they were needing to work on. We do much more effective therapy. We go into a deeper dive, right, and really work on some things. And then what a lot of clients do, whether it's a 2-hour session or a 4-hour session or a full day, is they really take some time to journal and to really reflect. I leave them with some closing directions, and they really take some time to work on this. So they may not come and see me again for a week or 2 or 3 while they really work on what they discovered from this intensives. Especially if you have things like what we call trauma wounds, you have things that happened to you in childhood or recently that are really difficult to work on, and you really want to get to some quicker healing. If you're dealing with an addiction or you're dealing with men's assertiveness issues, you have trouble with conflict and saying no, again, it allows you to work on those things a lot quicker, more effectively, right? And then it gives you the time, right, to process through those things so you don't have to come in every single week. A lot of my clients report it's really helpful. We really get some aha moments. We really get to the nuts and bolts of it. So this might be something that, you'd be interested in. You may not be able to do a 2 or 3 day intensive. We may start off with 4 hours. The truth is you won't resolve maybe all your problems in that time, but we'll get to where you need to go a lot quicker. And we can come up with a plan. After that, you may do more intensives, or you may just do an hour or 2 of therapy at a time from there. Either way, the option's there for you. Just like sometimes you want to binge watch Netflix, there are times you want to move quicker with what you're struggling with. The suffering, it's terrible. Rather than suffer longer than you have to, let's work on this together. Let's formulate a plan and a subset of hours to really get to the nuts and bolts of this. So if you want more information, please give us a call at 980-224-3233. Or you can go on our website at www.charlottecounselors.com. Or you can email us at admin@charlottecounselors.com. And we can do the therapy intensive online in North Carolina or South Carolina. Or if you'd like to come in person, we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is right there on the border of South Carolina. So if you have any questions, feel free to email us, call us. We look forward to hearing from you and to see if a therapy intensive will be right for you and get you to where you need to go quicker. All right, that's all for now. We'll talk to you soon.